It is 2019 and I've only posted 2 videos this year so far on Kubera. Now I'm approaching 81,000 subscribers on my other channel. I'm very enthusiastic about that, and I understand that cryptocurrencies will play a large role in my life, but they won't be the primary focus. I realize that some of the videos I've posted were entertaining, others were educational, but there was a fair amount of content that unfortunately just wasted time out there. And as humans, we learn from our mistakes, so I'm going to go through a lot of my large mistakes with you guys this year. These moves that have cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars in 2018, you'll be able to explore some of them. I'm not going to be able to show all of them due to other factors involved, such as companies and people, and I don't want to get sued or anything. But let's say personal trades, I'm going to show you the largest amount of money that I've lost in a single trade, and we're going to go through all the details. Also, it's nice evidence for the IRS to show that, hey, I lost all my money, so it's going to be a tax deductible of $3,000 per year on capital loss. Not a lot, but hey, it's something. 2018 has shown me that the world is terrifying. The universe, we don't know what the heck is going on. We don't even know our own bodies that well, let alone what's in the multiverses or the mystery behind gravity and how it works, or what happened with the Big Bang 4 billion years ago. How was the sun created? We have a limited amount of time on this planet, and every single day we are here to either fulfill our destiny or just to waste time, and we're going to die with the last people to mutter our name. Probably in 3 generations it's going to disappear and you're going to be forgotten about in history. And some people are perfectly okay with that, but that thought absolutely terrifies me. I think death it's horrible, but it's also an incredibly powerful driving factor. It could be one of the main motivating forces of life, and it's going to give you this energy that boosts you up every single day. Your body constantly reminds you of what it's capable of. Stomach hurts, you felt a tug in your neck, oh no, you couldn't sleep, something is annoying you, and boom, the next thing, you are dead. It's gonna be a painful death too if you're young and without money. And if you manage to live past 40, 50, 60 years old, you're going to see your loved ones die, you're going to see your friends die. And I know this may seem like such a negative viewpoint right now, but it's just reality. This is what's going to happen as you grow older and older. I turned 21 a couple of days ago, and it really dawned on me at that point. I saw my dog die last year, and I saw a couple people around me with cancer. My dog also fell from cancer. I've been thrown into a world where death seems like it's just looming around the corner for the elderly. I've seen loved ones and their emotions when the doctor describes it is this, and their entire world falls apart. These are such massive problems for all of humanity. We, you, me, everybody who's viewing this video, everybody who exists on this planet can do something about that. Recently, in 2018, the Nobel Prize winners, there was 2 of them, and they had advancements in cancer research. Nobel Prize awarded to cancer immunotherapy researchers, and a laureate was given out in 2015 for also immunotherapy. Cancer isn't cured, and it's not going to be cured for probably quite some bit. There's conspiracy theories out there that there is a cure, but the government is hiding it. It's going to be a wild ride, because at every single point in our journey, there's going to be pain, there's going to be suffering, but we can control that. We can use this incredible energy to drive us past everything. Some people are religious and they believe in God. Others think, okay, it's just hustle, baby, boom, and you got to get disciplined. There's the monks out there that are meditating constantly, or people who are into yoga, and they're all about presence and being in the moment and here and now. There's those who are extremely conscious, and they know that we are just this weird soul inside of our meat sacks. We can observe ourselves from a third-person perspective. I know this may seem like a bunch of rants, but hear me out with this. The reason I wasn't posting videos really this month isn't due to, oh no, cryptocurrencies fell. I learned so many lessons thanks to last year, and it was so painful. It's just, I don't even want to go through and think about every single day that was terrifying, that was full of stress and anxiety and depression and anger and this immense frustration that how could this happen? How could I let myself go through this? Why did I do that decision? Why didn't I learn from it the first, second, third, fifth, 10th time, right? And then you realize you don't know anything. I did not know anything about cryptocurrencies. I'm no expert with crypto. I'm no expert on blockchain. I don't understand the fundamentals. I just happened to stumble upon education again this year. I never had a class in physics. I never had a class in calculus. And now I'm forced to learn these things thanks to my new path, but it also set my perspective right about knowledge and education. I probably could have became a millionaire last year. I could have taken myself from $100,000 to the $1 million spot, as many people who were extremely specialized and they were extremely knowledgeable. They were geniuses in their right, in their world. Those guys were able to go from nothing to billions of dollars. The top heads in cryptocurrency, you saw CZ from Binance go from nothing to billions of dollars, even in a span of a couple of months. You had multiple addresses reach the $1 billion wealth level. Cryptocurrencies were an exaggerated example, but it was absolutely necessary to show us that not only is it possible, just how quickly one can make money, but that it's getting better and better and easier for one to do it now than it was 100 years ago. And this is nothing, billions of dollars. Okay, well, you have people like Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, and that's also why I started the Billionaire Bios channel. But this isn't a plug for that. It's to learn from these individuals because they were able to, some of them were able to amass these wealth, these massive amounts of fortune within a very short term. And there's more and more and more of this happening. There is a billionaire created every 2 days now, on average, which makes you think like, holy moly, you just may have a chance. The top physicists of the world, well, they're not really making a bunch of money, but they will one day. The top astrophysicists, the top astronomers, the top scientists, the top politicians, well, they're already doing pretty well, but they're going to be doing better. The top influencers, they're doing extremely well, better than politicians. But we saw individuals at an astounding rate create hundreds of billions of dollars. And we also see these fortunes being toppled overnight. Now, most of these guys didn't just happen to be so lucky and, uh-oh, here's $100 billion that just fell on them. They were experts in their field. They specialized to the very core. They understood everything. The guy who created Ethereum, he didn't just look at Satoshi's white paper and he's like, yeah, this is cool and all. Let me just create my own cryptocurrency. Vitalik Buterin understood what Satoshi was writing, and Satoshi understood what was being written about in the 90s, the research papers that were discussing blockchain technology, but the technology just wasn't available at the time. It took 1.5 decades for it to finally get some pieces to work with, and then a further decade to get to the point where the average person heard about Bitcoin and blockchain. They don't really know what's going on, but hey, hundreds of billions of dollars were created and then hundreds of billions of dollars were lost. But I feel in my gut, we're at this point where maybe not next year, maybe not this year, maybe not in the next 5 years, although probably within that time frame. Eventually, we're going to reach a point where we're past $1 trillion market cap. But we're not thinking about ICOs and raising capital and all this stuff. We're just thinking about how to solve problems. We have to specialize in something that we're extremely good in, and we feel this energy driving us. We don't need any more motivation. We don't need to watch any more Gary Vaynerchuk videos or read books. We just need to think about death. Death is going to occur, and like it or not, it's going to happen, at least for now. You can do something about that. You might find the cure to cancer. You might be able to help humanity move to space and go on Mars if you work with Elon Musk, or you make a better version of that. You could become the world's first USD trillionaire, as long as, inflation doesn't destroy the US dollar completely within that time frame. The top experts gain billions of dollars, and you know what they're doing? They're able to invest that further and further, and they're really helping the world. Maybe not everybody, but hey, that's just how humans work. It is terrifying how the universe is built, but that's because we don't know what is going on. We don't have all the knowledge. And this means when you're sitting on the toilet and you're just like, life is boring, this is boring. You're pondering about ontological philosophies and how was humanity even able to come up with such a term just to describe, I don't really care about anything, complete nihilism. And I get it, there's a lot of emotions being flown around, there's so much chaos, but we can put an order to all of this. For most of us, we have 40 to 60 to 80 years left of life to figure out what we want to do. And for those of us who are really into cryptocurrencies, we can connect some of the largest problems of the world, whether it's healthcare, whether it's fixing the government, there's a government shutdown, and I'm going to ignore politics, but there's so many things just to do with that. You look at the news and there's a whole lot of crap in there. There's toxicity everywhere. You look in social media, listen, don't get your mind get clouded from all this. There's a lot of problems, and if you fix some of them and you got a good reputation, good resume, and maybe you went to a good university, depending on which specialization you need. Doctors, lawyers, you know, but in cryptos and business, you don't really need that. If you specialize, if you're an expert, if you're really, really good with this, you solve some problems and you befriend a billionaire or you befriend some millionaires, well, thanks to the help of laptops and mobile phones, tablets, smart watches, and whatever else is going to come out within the next decade, you can advance humanity. And that's my message for today. It is so scary with all these thoughts going through your head, but then you realize maybe it is a blessing in disguise. I'm so thankful I went through the pain, and I'm not able to manage suffering right now to a point where I'm able to think straight, but I've been working on that for the past couple months, and I was so depressed, but it's all starting to come together for me. And hopefully this video helps you guys with motivation or just realizing that screw it, get to work. We've got limited time here, but you can actually have meaning. You can have meaning. Think about your dreams, think about your destiny, and then you're going to stop thinking about other people's problems, where that's your problem and my problem in the first place. Don't waste any more time. All right, click off this video. My name is Michael Kubera. Thanks so much for watching it. Cryptocurrencies, well, we're just at the very beginning of realizing what this potential has. There are so many new technologies coming out every single day. A billionaire every 2 days. Just realize that you could be there in the next decade. You could be there in the next 5 decades. All right, in and out. Bye.